was driving home from work after a long shift when I was on a very deserted road that led to the woods. I was driving up the road when a middle-aged man put the good old thumbs up to indicate that he needed a ride somewhere. I was reluctant at first, but then I had a change of heart. I've heard lots of crazy stories about hitchhikers kidnapping other people and stealing their cars. But for some reason, my conscience told me to let him in, just to be a good Samaritan. This motherfucker slowly started to walk towards the car, and from the way this guy was moving and his demeanor, I was already regretting my decision to let this nigga in. He got inside the car without thanking me first of all, and immediately told me to start driving. I asked him, "Where you headed?" "Just up the road," he replied. We were driving down the road and I noticed the guy started to smell like shit and his breath was smelling straight like ass and beer. I wanted to ease the tension a little bit by rolling down the window and turning on the radio until this nigga started to mumble to himself. As if this motherfucker was praying to some satanic ritual. I didn't know what to make of it, so I just asked him, "So what was you doing out here by yourself, homie?" What?" he replied. I knew he should have heard me the first time, but in the back of my mind I was either thinking that he was drunk or stoned out of his mind to not care. So I asked again. "Oh, I was just asking, what were you doing out here by yourself?" I asked. "I just wanted to get drunk tonight and have fun," he said. "Oh, did you get us some hoes, bro?" I asked. He once again ignored me, this time with his mouth wide open as if he just seen a ghost. I knew something was up and I thought there was something severely wrong with this dude. So I kept driving a little bit further to get to the destination quickly, wherever that was, and get this nigga out of my car as quick as possible. I was driving down the dark road when I heard this guy mumbling some more. At that point I was getting really annoyed, so I asked him as polite as I could have, "Yo, you good, bro?" He didn't reply once more. "Yo, my dude, are you good or what? Because if not, then I'm gonna have to kick your ass out of my car because I'm not with that weird shit, bro." Like, real talk. As I was driving, I noticed from my side view that he was staring right at me on some creepy serial killer type shit. As he was doing this, my car started to slow down. I was trying to figure out what the hell was going on, so I pulled over to the shoulder as quick as I could. My gas was already filled. I didn't have any flat tires. I didn't have any problems with the engine. At least, I thought so. "Oh man, what the fuck, man?" I yelled in frustration. The man looked back at me with a strange look as if he didn't care what the hell was going on in that moment. So I told him, "Hey, wait right here." I closed the door and popped open the hood. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary that would indicate my car was damaged. I knew everything was fine from the engine to the battery fuse, so I had no idea what the hell was going on. When I was finished with the inspection, I closed the hood and noticed the man from the passenger side was no longer there. I checked the passenger seat, the back seat, even the trunk, and he was nowhere to be found. I didn't even hear the door slam, so I knew I wasn't going crazy, but best believe, I was scared as a motherfucker, my nigga. I went ahead and called the police to help me get a tow for roadside assistance. That wasn't until I noticed a hand grab me on the shoulder and a voice whisper in my ear, "Run." I yanked the fuck out of that bitch as quickly as I could and I stormed towards the woods, leaving my car all behind and everything. I could even hear footsteps running towards me as quickly as possible, but I managed to hide in a bush, deep in the damn woods, until the noise was gone. I peeped out the bush and heard a man say, "Where are you?" I was scared shitless and didn't know what else to do. So I just stood there waiting and just waiting until I heard some more footsteps. With a machete waiting for me to come out from wherever. The police arrived on the scene luckily, and then the footsteps disappeared quickly. I ran back to the scene and explained my situation as coherent as I could without running out of breath. I figured it was that man from earlier that was chasing me in the woods, so I described him the best way possible, and the police explained that they had been looking for this motherfucker for a hot minute now. He had been on the run for murder a little while back, and they just never had the chance to stop him. They towed my car back home, and I was able to get a ride with the tow truck guy when he finally arrived. This is one of those life-threatening lessons that if you niggas ever find a hitchhiker during the night hours, your best option is to speed on right on past that motherfucker before you get your bitch ass sliced up.